Ever wonder why you keep getting calls from people more than 50 miles away? Hey, can you fix my outlet? Sure, let me just teleport there real quick. Welcome, fellow electric pros. I'm Leonard Parker from Destiny Marketing Solutions. For years, we've been helping electrical businesses like yours stop wasting money on leads that are about as useful as a chocolate screwdriver. If your business is doing at least $200,000 annually, but you're still burning cash on leads from places you don't even service, stick around. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete system for addressing this problem. Plus, I'll share an expert tip that most electricians never consider that can actually turn those bad leads into a revenue stream. Before we dive in, if you're getting value from this, hit that subscribe button faster than you'll respond to an emergency call. With that shocking introduction out of the way, let's get wired in. Let's talk about why this happens in the first place. First, running ads while tight location settings is basically saying, call me from anywhere, which is great if you got a teleportation device. Not so great if you're an actual human with a service van. Second, most lead gen platforms honestly don't care if the lead is junk. They get paid either way. I had one client who was spending $3,000 a month on HomeAdvisor, and literally 40% of his leads were from counties he explicitly told them he doesn't service, but they kept charging him anyway. Third, customers often search generically or on the behalf of others. Someone in Miami searches best electrician for my mom in Tampa, and boom, you're getting calls from 250 miles away. Fourth, Google's location data is often flat out wrong by up to 10 miles. In dense urban areas, that's the difference between a profitable job and burning an hour in traffic each way. Finally, all this adds up to you wasting time, money, and patience, which aren't exactly renewable resources in this business. The hard truth is that most electricians are overspending on leads they can't or won't serve, and tight targeting is your first line of defense. Now let's talk dollars and cents. What's the real cost here? We're looking at $20, $50, sometimes $100+ per lead that you can't do anything with. One client was paying $86 per lead on average to a platform that was sending him about 30% of out-of-area leads. That's over $1,500 a month going straight down the drain. But the money is just part of it. There's also the time lost chasing these tire kickers outside your service zone. Your office staff calling them back, qualifying them, only to find out they're in Narnia or somewhere else that you can't reach. Then you've got disputes with Google LSA or Angie that lead to headaches and zero ROI. Google might eventually credit you for an out-of-area lead, but they make you jump through more hoops than a circus dog. Meanwhile, you're missing opportunities in your actual service area while you're stuck screening junk leads. Every minute spent on a lead you can't service is a minute not spent on someone who could have been a better lifetime customer. And let's be honest, the frustration alone makes many electricians just quit platforms that could actually work if they were set up properly. Out-of-area leads don't just waste money, they eat your time and absolutely murder your close rates, let alone your marketing budget. Now that I've depressed you a bit, let's fix the problem, starting with your digital targeting. First, you want to use radius targeting in Google Ads, not broad city match. I can't tell you how many electricians I see targeting Houston, Dallas, or other cities here in Texas, when what they really mean is that they want to target within 20 miles of their office in Northwest Houston. And you can replace that 20 miles with 50 miles if that's what you're comfortable serving. That's like using a shotgun when you need a sniper rifle. And Facebook ads explicitly exclude zip codes outside your zone. Facebook lets you get granular, so get granular. One client was targeting a 25-mile radius but getting leads from 40 miles away until we added exclusions. Turn off broad match keywords completely. Use phrase match or exact match only. Broad match for electrician services will trigger your ad for electrician services in completely different city, which is not what you're that's not what you're want to spend your money on. Explicitly define zip codes in your LSA settings. Don't just say Dallas, list every single zip code you actually service. Yes, it takes longer to set up, but you'll thank me when those credit card statements start coming in. Finally, set up exclusions based on historical lead data. If you keep getting calls from a specific area you don't service, explicitly exclude it. And remember, precision beats spray and pray every time. Define your zone with surgical precision and let the platforms do the filtering. Let's automate this process so you don't have to manually inspect every lead. Start by adding zip code filters to your website lead forms. This is shockingly effective. Simply add a required field asking for the zip code and program your form to show an error message if it's outside your service area. It's like having your own bouncer for your leads. You can use tools like My Service Area or similar to auto-block out-of-zone entries. These tools can automatically cross-reference addresses against your service map and stop bad leads before they even hit your inbox. Configure your CRM to flag or auto-assign only serviceable leads. Most modern CRMs let you set up workflows that can automatically tag leads based on geography. Anything outside your zone gets flagged so your team doesn't waste time on it. Use dynamic routing in your dispatch software to reject out-of-range jobs. Most field service platforms now have geofencing capabilities. And consider call tracking to analyze bad lead sources. If you discover, for example, that 90% of your junk leads are coming from Facebook, you know where to start making changes. Automating this process not only protects your team's time, it preserves your sanity. And in this business, sanity might be the most valuable resource of all. Now let's look at internal discipline, because sometimes the problem is on your end. First, define your service map by zip or mileage. Be specific. We service within 50 miles of our office, or we cover these 12 zip codes. Have it written down and post it where everyone can see it. Train your staff to respond professionally with, "Sorry, we don't service that area, but here's a referral." This script turns a negative into a positive and leaves a good impression. Post service areas clearly on your website and Google profile. This helps filter out some bad leads before they even contact you. If you occasionally make exceptions, charge extra for out-of-range jobs only when absolutely worth it. I know an electrician who charges double his service call fee for jobs outside his zone, and some customers are actually willing to pay for it. And God bless him if he's successful that way. Use this clarity to filter lead platforms more effectively. When everyone in your organization knows exactly where the boundaries are, they make better decisions about which leads to pursue. Internal discipline around geography keeps your operations team efficient and your budget focused. Think of it as a boundary that actually empowers rather than limits you. And here's where it gets interesting. What if those bad leads could actually make you money? Partner with electricians or trades in other cities. I know it sounds crazy. Partner with my competitors? That's what I'm telling you to do. But these aren't really competitors if they're not targeting the same service area. Look at or discuss a 5 to 10% commission or set up a mutual referral agreement. I have one client who makes about $2,000 a month just from referring out leads he can't service. That's pure profit with zero labor costs. Have a trusted pros list ready when you turn down jobs. This makes you look professional and helpful even when saying no. Maintain goodwill and maybe get referrals back your way. What goes around comes around in this industry. I've seen these relationships turn into two-way streets where both businesses win. This approach not only looks professional, but builds your reputation as someone who's plugged into the industry. Don't waste a bad lead, pass it on, and you might get something better in return. It's like electrical recycling. Now you might be wondering what to do when you still get bad leads, and let's be realistic, no system is perfect. You'll still get some bad leads slipping through. Here's your playbook for when that happens. Always respond quickly and professionally. Ghosting looks bad no matter what. A simple, "We don't service your area, but here's someone who does," takes 30 seconds and preserves your reputation. Use LSA's dispute process to get your money back. Google will credit you for leads outside your service area if you report them promptly. And also be careful to not spend too much time on the phone with those leads that come to LSAs, because the longer you spend on the call with them, the more difficult it will be to dispute that charge. Track patterns. If one zip code keeps coming up, that's data you can use to either exclude it more aggressively or potentially expand there. Consider offering virtual consultations if it's a fit. Maybe you can't do the physical work, but you could do a paid video call to help them troubleshoot or scope the project for someone local. And finally, flag problem platforms that consistently send bad leads. Some lead sources just aren't worth the hassle. No system is perfect, but having a playbook ready when junk leads sneak in means you can handle them smoothly without losing your mind. Maybe you want to expand, and you want to do so with these leads you're getting outside of your current service area. Expansion is great, but make sure you do it strategically. Sometimes those out-of-area leads are telling you something important, that there might be an opportunity in that market. Start by analyzing which out-of-area zip codes are producing consistent volume. Is there a pattern? I had one client who kept getting calls from a suburb 65 miles away. Turns out there were hardly any electrical competition there. Test the waters with targeted ads or temporary tech coverage. With advertising, you can start with a test budget, so you don't have to put in all your chips on this new service area. Before committing to a full expansion, dip your toe in the water. Consider setting up a satellite office and new Google Business profile for that zone. You can set up a Google Business profile when you have a separate address, and this would be the case. This is a big step, but for some, it's the right move. Just make sure you expand with clear margin and resource calculations. Don't just follow the leads while doing the math. The key is, don't just say yes to jobs outside your area on a whim. Say yes strategically when it makes business sense. Out-of-area lead interest might be a signal, just don't act without a plan. It's a difference between an impulsive decision and a strategic business move. When it comes to scaling local leads while burning cash, we believe in fixing the foundation first. Your targeting, your systems, your follow-up, and only then do we focus on growth. This is what we call our full circuit growth method. It's a step-by-step system that takes you from having a lack of qualified leads all the way to your dream outcome. But critically, it doesn't skip steps. Most electricians want to jump straight to getting more leads, but they haven't fixed the fundamental problems with their existing lead flow. That's like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in it. No matter how much water you pour in, you're still going to lose most of it. Instead, we focus on building systems that deliver consistent results. First, getting found by the right customers, then converting those leads into projects. Then measuring what's working, and finally scaling up to reach your dream outcome for your business. No gimmicks, just profitable marketing. And this is marketing that you as an electrician can trust. The goal is to build a lead system that scales and respects your service area, because there's nothing worse than growing a business on a foundation of wasted time and money. So how do you get started? It begins with an audit of your current system. Our full circuit growth audit reviews your current lead sources by zip code. We literally map every lead you've received in the last 90 days to see where the money's going. We identify waste from ads or platforms generating bad leads. Sometimes we find that up to 40% of a client's marketing budget, just under half, is being wasted on these junk leads. We audit your form filters, CRM rules, and dispatch software to find holes in your system. Often, the solution is a simple configuration change that can save thousands. We analyze how out-of-area leads are handled by your staff. Are they following a protocol, or are they winging it? And finally, we explore referral options or geographic expansion based on actual data, not hunches or guesswork. A 30-minute audit can plug a hole that's draining thousands from your bottom line. This isn't theoretical. We've seen electricians recover 20 to 30% of their marketing spend just by implementing these fixes. And here we are. If you're still wasting time and money on leads you can't service, it's time to take action. At Destiny Marketing Solutions, we help electricians stop burning money on out-of-area leads by tightening targeting, fixing form filters, and installing smarter routing systems. You can book your full circuit growth audit through our website or schedule directly using a link in the description. We're based in Houston, but serve electrical businesses nationwide. Now, I promise you an expert tip, so here it is. If you're still getting consistent out of service area leads despite your best efforts, set up a secondary monetization system. This is something that almost no electricians do, but it can turn a problem into passive income. Create a list of trusted electricians in those areas where you get frequent leads. Set up a lead capture form that automatically redirects inquiries to your referral partners. Charge a small fee for each lead you pass on or trade favors. Add tracking to see which zip codes consistently generate unserviceable leads, and over time, you'll either expand strategically into those areas or earn passive income from them. Even bad leads can make you money if you stop treating them like trash and build a plan. That's a wrap on today's deep dive. If you got value from this, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more content to help you spark growth in your electrical business. Remember, in electrical work and in marketing, you're only as good as your connections. So make sure they're all properly grounded in reality. Take back control of your lead flow. Only pay for the leads you actually want. Until next time, this is Leonard Parker saying, stay current, my friends.